guys, what's going on, and welcome to Autopsy Simulator. Yeah, so we've been waiting for this one for roughly 3 years, and it's finally here. We get to check it out today, and if you do want to see more Autopsy Simulator, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and welcome to Autopsy Simulator.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hayden is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Check the bathroom for your pills. But you weren't working at the time. Okay, so seems like my wife croaked. That's the idea I'm getting here. This is not how I thought this was gonna start. Bathroom right here. There they are.
Okay.
Slam a couple of those back, and we will be feeling good as new. I don't know what they are, but.
And get back to work.
All right, back to work. Here we go. What's
I need to set the camera first.
The camera from the storage room. What's the storage room? Social room, out of order. That makes sense. Storage. I'd be feeling like that sometimes too.
This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream, rather than a storage room.
Ooh, here's the camera though.
Now remember, Jack, don't forget to hit the record button this time.
He's got some trauma buried underneath that. I've been there before. Forgot to hit the record button. Place it on the tripod in the dissecting room. Dissecting room. Oh.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Okay, so I'm like a teacher also, or something. Professor, some shit. I don't know. Video VHS camcorder. All right.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
That was weird that it...
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m.
He does have a good voice for
Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hayden. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
After or during or before? Take a look at the chalkboard. Okay.
Let's start.
Tell students what's important in this profession. Okay. This stuff.
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Yeah. Also, kind of cool, this game was apparently made with like real morticians, so it's, I guess, pretty accurate.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something like I do all the time.
Right.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
Okay. And number 4.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself.
I think I've been saying the word mortician. I don't think that's
now onto the police
correct,
folder.
but I don't know.
That will contain all sorts
like
of pertinent
forensics
information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer
Yeah,
look.
yeah. This is different than what I thought. Police evidence file. Or not, whatever. Okay, what do we have here?
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
Interesting. Okay. Next.
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased. Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket.
Oh.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
Okay.
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
Right. I would be stealing that food coupon. $50
That's it.
of food that's pretty good.
It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
Here's the gloves. Slap those on.
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere. Aha! There you are.
Polaroid.
I knew it was here somewhere.
Cool.
As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind, voila. Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces.
Okay.
Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
All right. Find marks on the body to photograph. His knees pretty cooked. Oh, that's not a good one? I thought that was a pretty good one. Oh, the foot.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite, probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Okay. There's one. How about... the knees are fine, really? Oh, he's got a big thing on his head there. Why don't let me take the picture? Do I need to zoom in on it?
That's something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Okay. What else do we got? We're not worried about the, hands.
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite.
Frostbite. Alright. And the last one's gotta be the knees, right? I mean, his knees are cooked. No? Oh, gash in the tummy. Looks like it could be a,
Boiler healed
old.
wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
Okay. There we go, we got our
In a moment,
photographs.
we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Alright. Pin photos to the photo board, which is located right here. There we go. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Perform the autopsy. Alright. I'm just gonna
Scalpel, scissors,
grab some of this shit.
syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
We should probably do that, huh? Alright, guess it's time to start here. I don't really know how to start, but I guess it's time to
It's
start.
been a while since the eye wash in this thing was changed. It's probably a health hazard now.
Probably wouldn't be saying all that in front of the camera. Maybe cut that part out. Maybe tell your editor to cut that part out. Or if you're the editor, cut that part out. I don't know.
Personal
here we go.
information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay, as you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy.
Pathologist,
This not only allows you to
okay.
track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Okay. That's right over here, isn't it? Give me the where's the magnifying glass? Oh, right there. Can I take that?
Scalpel.
You don't want to take that?
Scalpel, scissors,
Maybe.
syringe, magnifying glass, knife.
I just already have it.
I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Alright.
Which spot first? Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Alright. Let's zoom in on this
It looks
little
like
guy
a
here.
burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
Yeah, that's old, eh? That's like scarred. Let me talk as if I know anything about it.
I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
Alright. Which I can clearly smell. How old? Do we know how old this
Definitely
is?
a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters.
Oh my
Old Toby had been wearing
God.
shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all.
Bruh, half of his toes are black. Like chark. Wow. Okay.
So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Alright. How to do that? Shift.
First, I mark the location of the injuries and make notes for each one. So,
So what do we got?
even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it.
Okay.
The head wound. Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first.
Right.
We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite.
Not okay.
If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of.
Okay. Possible death causes. We have
This is of no interest to us. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death
Potentially
among
a
the
fall.
homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. Considering the conditions in which he slept,
he could have froze
his body
today.
may have become hypothermic. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Okay. Alright. So he could have fallen, froze, or alcohol.
We still have one thing left from the basics. Rigor mortis.
Alright.
Well, we take our deceased by the hand, gradually re-raise it.
Oh, it's like fishing in Stardew Valley. Except for with a dead guy. If I pull too hard, is it gonna rip his arm off?
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
Okay. More than 72 hours ago. Right. Cool.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
An oscillating saw. That's an oscillating saw if
cut
I've
is
ever
made
seen
from
one
wood
before.
here.
Oh, here we go. No warning at all for this shit. We're just getting into it now. Are we about to? What are we about to
After
see?
which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull.
Okay.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section.
You can just pull that out like that? Is that like? That ain't like this little guy ain't connected to something? He just pulled that thing right out. All right.
Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
On the cutting board. Oh, there it is. I was like, where did I put the brain at?
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Yes. Okay, nice and steady here. This is like that maze game. You know the
so
one I'm
far,
talking
so
about.
good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Hematoma. Turn to the autopsy. Okay.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Okay. So it wasn't a fall. Cross
Brain
that
is
out.
in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
Damn. So if the brain would have been cooked, I wouldn't have to do this next part? So what?
I grab a scalpel from my kit.
Scalpel.
The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Careful we don't go too low with that. I know bro's dead and all, but like, out of respect, you know what I'm saying? What's, do I need to go deeper? There we go.
Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin.
I'm gonna throw up, bro. Holy shit, this is making my this is kind of making my my knees a little weak. With an empty hand, okay. Let's get rid of that.
Now, we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Okay, the loppers. We need the loppers. It's all good. We're all good here.
Quite a satisfying crunch.
Yeah, satisfying.
Mm-hmm. After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly noticed two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs.
Bro is a
This
smoker.
means that although the deceased
Yeah,
was
maybe,
hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs.
All right. How are we gonna do that? Let's do I use this thing?
We can see widespread black and tarry deposits. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about?
It's kind of sad.
Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Advanced inflammation. Yeah. Lungs with extensive black-gray deposits, visible inflammatory changes, and excessive distension of lung tissue caused by cigarette smoking. Yeah. Don't smoke, kids. There you go. That's the reason why. Now you've seen it. Do you want to check out this other one?
The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples.
Syringe. Okay.
Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder. I'm interested to see 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
Okay. Some from the eye?
Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
Right.
But from the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge, but before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Retrieve the notebook from the office with the necessary values to run centrifuge. Alright. Quite a lot of big words in that sentence there, that's for sure. Notebook from the office. There we go. Bingo.
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
That's kind of gross. It's kind of nasty.
Let's get back to the examination.
Centrifuge. Use the centrifuge. Is that a tool? Not entirely sure what a centrifuge is. Nope. It's not a tool. Maybe it is. I don't really know. It should be highlighted here. No, I think it maybe.
Scalpel, scissors.
Here he goes again. Okay, it must be, oh no, it's this thing here.
We put all of the samples into the rotor.
Okay. This is kind of fun. It's kind of cool. Once you get past the wanting to throw up and pass out part, it's kind of fun.
Time and speed.
Okay, what's the appropriate time and speed? Fast as fuck and long as fuck, I guess, huh? How about that? Is that... Well, let's check our notes. 15 minutes, 70%. Okay. I was pretty close. That blood would have been a protein shake by the time...
Okay, let's roll.
I was done with it. How to start it? Where's the start button? There it goes. Alright. So I guess we'll let that thing spin for 15 minutes. And then,
Oh, shit. The fuses again.
Oh, yeah. That's right. This is one of those games. Guess I should...
Where were we? Oh, yes. The blood alcohol concentration.
Did you guys see something? You guys see that? I don't know. Sometimes, you know, I don't know if I'm tripping or if there actually was something there.
Let's see what we've got here.
Let's see.
Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Ethanol.
Let's go further.
All right.
We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal.
There's a hole.
At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta
that's
seem
normal.
to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
Look at that thing jiggling around, bro. It's got wiggle physics. Okay, heart's good. I guess.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, and as expected,
Looks like a little baby
the stomach
chicken.
has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside.
That's kind of
We
gross.
will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out. We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end.
Be so serious.
Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
What if there's like a Nokia cell phone in there? What are we gonna do about that? Almost there.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
Where are those at in some of these guys?
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Potential asphyxiation. It
At first glance, the trachea
Trachea.
looks normal.
looks like a little critter too at a party at a Porter Robinson concert.
Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray.
Okay. Cut it on a tray.
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision.
All right.
To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen.
Yeah. So if you fuck this up, there's really no do-overs here, huh? You can't really go get his other trachea or anything like that.
And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
Oh, so he died of asphyxiation. Yeah. Is that what
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Ah.
Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
I'm never drinking again.
That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we got it. Oh, accident.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature. The mystery is solved. But for
Hey.
us, this is not the end.
Den.
First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
Done. Okay. Think we're good here.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
He's all empty now.
And then, we sew the deceased back up.
Okay. We're gonna do that with our sewing kit. Needle, probably.
I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the baseball. Oh, there we go. He does kind of look like a little baseball.
Beautiful.
Incredible. Leave the body. All right.
Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
All right, buddy.
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Yeah. Good day of work. Time to have a cold one. Do I have the samples? Had your car in the parking lot. I must already have the samples on me.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
That's good and healthy to drink with others. That's always better than drinking alone, I think. What the hell is this? What's all this about? Ah, fuck. What is this? What are we doing? Yeah, it's a skull. What seems to be the problem? A skull. Yeah. That is a skull. Oh. It's hatching. What's in there? What is all this about? This ain't looking good for us. Context. What was that? Chapter 1. All right. What did we... Oh, we just did the prologue. Now we're on chapter 1.
Forgive me.
What's going on? What's wrong, buddy? It's okay. It's okay.
What?
What's that?
Christ. What a dream. Fuck.
Take your pills in the bathroom. That first bit wasn't a dream, right? Like that whole autopsy report, that wasn't a dream, right?
So much light everywhere.
It's good for you. The light's great. Cute picture. Okay, pills in the bathroom.
A pill a day keeps the defective Jack away.
Slam him back.
It's a shame these won't help with my hangover.
You know it will.
It's just too dirty to use.
What will help with the hangover is...
the fucking phone.
Yeah. Hey, Kate Adams here.
Okay, I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since... you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
At least you have a great
Well,
voice.
you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, How can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask, do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay, sure. Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Yeah, I didn't write that shit
Got
down.
it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you.
He handled that well. He handled that conversation well.
Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
That thing. Find a photo of Alice and an envelope to send it to Charlotte. Was it this one? No.
I'm not in the mood for music lately.
That's fair.
I'm not in the mood for music lately.
That's fair. No. Let's see. Photo of Alice and an envelope. That's stuff. Oh. Stephen is Alice's brother, and Charlotte must be married to Stephen. That's why she was friends with Alice, which is why she wants a photo of Alice. I was gonna ask. Maybe it's
Menu for today.
beer.
Dinner in town and takeaway coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Picture of Alice.
An indispensable element of every...
No. Okay.
Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork. I'm fed up with it.
It's gonna be okay, brother.
An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these.
Where are the pictures? Oh, in here. Oh, maybe. What's
It's
all this
always
shit?
good to have something for a rainy day.
Okay.
It was a miracle
not gonna
that the
ask what I
coffee
wanted to
didn't
ask.
wash off the writing.
What?
And that she said yes.
Where? That's like all sentimental shit. Is this the picture? Poor guy. At least we have an apple.
It's been almost a year.
Oh, it's been a minute. Not in there. Oh, that thing opens.
These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice. That was the first time I saw her.
So what happened to Alice?
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam.
Oh, that's the picture we need.
It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam.
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer.
Isn't this the envelope? Yeah, it is. I noticed that earlier.
Okay, time to go to work. I'm
Alright.
seriously late.
Yeah, we are pretty late, but we did a good thing. Post the letter in the mailbox.
I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way.
It's a good idea. The hangover cure of the world. Coffee and aspirin. It's always my go-to. That thing. Why does everybody have these
fluorescent
posters everywhere?
tubes are brutal.
They're kind of brutal. Feels all industrial and shit. That's what the fluorescent tubes do. Oh, wow. They really did some work with the chalk there. I'm sure the neighbors are happy about that. What's all this about? What do we got going on in here? Can I move this? Oh, no, we can't open this. Maybe we can. What is all this? Is this, am I just like snooping through someone's things right now? Okay. Don't have time for this. Mail. This? Ulysses S. Grant.
Standard correspondence
I
consisting of
what is that
bills,
name?
advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
I think that's like a religious guy, maybe.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why is this locked?
Maybe they'll finally fix that door.
Okay. So that's not the mailbox. Out we go. Where exactly? Oh, there's the mailbox. Wow, this is a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. Like,
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay. All done here. Time to go. Huh?
The hell was that? Get in your car and leave for work. Which one's mine? I've never seen my car before. I don't know which one's mine. This one. What was that?
Damn, I forgot my jacket.
That's okay.
Well, I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad.
Too bad. Womp womp. Okay. No, I really didn't. I thought this was just gonna be like literally an autopsy simulator. This is like a story. Like there's a whole story here, which is cool. I liked this more than I thought I was going to. I thought we were just gonna
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
hop in, do a couple autopsies, and hop off. That's how I thought this was going to be.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
Mr. Ridley.
The timesheet, Handman.
Remember to sign, Handman. Oh, because I always be forgetting to do that, eh? Okay. I think I signed.
Some corpses have more personality than this guy.
Yeah, I mean...
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I better check the answering machine.
Alright. The answering machine. Great. Let's see what we got
Hi,
here.
Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and...
Dude, is everyone so awkward, bro?
This, I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet.
Inspect your muffin.
Birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday?
I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
On the apron hanging in the dissecting room. Alright, are we filming this one, or are we just doing this one? Guess just doing this one. Oh, who do we got here?
Ah, man. I remember you.
Gloves.
You were on that talent show. What was your name again? I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later.
Oh, God.
And that's the whole point.
She's, been through it, bruh. Okay. Jeez.
Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught.
Oh, am I not like a teacher or something? No, I think...
November 21st,
I think
1991. Time,
Samantha Barker.
9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Handman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police folder.
We gotta check out the police folder. See what they're telling us about her. Here we go.
Yes, Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably gonna be a lot of chatter about this. Found in her own apartment by police patrol. Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment.
Whoa.
After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy.
Interesting.
Well,
I was gonna say this one
let's see
seems
what's
obvious,
settled this
but
matter. As
maybe
you can
it's
see,
not.
The body is fully clothed.
Maybe-
Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. However, there are cases where... Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time, it will cease being embarrassing for you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
First,
Definitely.
we photograph the whole body.
Yes. Second, we
And
photograph
now,
any wound
any
areas.
suspicious-looking marks or wounds.
Yes. All right. Something right there in the pelvic
You
area.
don't get such bruises from a normal contusion.
Yeah, those are like holes. Arm's looking a little cooked too.
Yes, I've seen this many times.
What is it then, brother?
Well, there's even more here.
He's not gonna tell us. He's not gonna tell us what's going on. Oh, the neck. That is interesting. Further. Right there.
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
That. She's got all sorts of stuff going on, huh?
A few we will need to look into here.
Okay. Let's, pin photos to the photo board. That's right. Okay. A little less talking now. I'm liking that. What happened to that picture? It just flashed. That's fine. Oh, no, maybe it's just the... Oh, it's just the light. All right. Time to perform the autopsy. Let's get
Notes
started.
prepared. Time to take a closer look.
Here we go. All right. Let's, inspect the areas of concern with the magnifying glass. Here's our magnifier.
The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
Right. Okay. Let's check this one out.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues.
And
And here's something interesting.
saving the neck
The
for
skin
last.
of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue.
that's kind of gross. All right. And then her feet.
More numerous blisters.
But she looks like she's been through hell, though.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was, undecided. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down.
All right. What have we to... All right, let's see what he says. We got the
On
neck.
the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death.
Possibly an attempt to hang herself.
Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron deficiency.
Multiple bruises and injuries possibly from the attack.
In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the place of occurrence, this should be excluded. The most likely cause of such skin changes is the high concentration of barbiturates in the body.
Okay.
Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggest that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning.
All right.
Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding.
Yeah, you know, I'm always acting like I know what I'm talking about, and then I don't. I've never died before. I don't know.
A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx,
All right.
or trachea will verify
Potential
whether the
strangulation.
hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin.
Well, if she was, would they not have found her?
The examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces.
Okay, it was
I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests, to be checked in the lab later. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis. But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp.
Oh, the UV lamp. I'm not sure I've used that yet.
I look
No,
carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around legs, there's nothing here.
Nothing? Can we get like... Oh, we're going way in.
Right hand clean. The left hand seems to be fine. No marks. Ah, well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand.
Put this away. Okay.
And we check for rigor mortis.
Little rigor mortis check here. Okay. And back down. And back up. And then we drop it.
Again, the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one.
Right.
So, I'm starting the internal inspection.
Time to rip her open. Scalpel. Yeah.
I
it
dissect
is.
the skin of the deceased.
I don't know. I don't love this part. I'm not gonna lie. It's like,
And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps.
what's this?
Compared
There's
with
like,
yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue.
does it not flap up? Oh, it does.
Now for the ribs.
We need loppers. We need our loppers to get the ribs out.
What
Loppers.
do we have here?
Oh.
Or rather, what don't we have? There is
Jeez.
certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much. My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just to be sure, I'm taking samples from 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will... All done. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge.
Alright.
What was it? 1570? 10,
It's 1570.
My old, but ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
The notebook from the office. It's 1570, bro. I remember. Isn't this you do this shit every day? You don't remember? It's
Maybe one day
1570.
I won't need my notebook.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. 15. I think it's 1570.
Numbers have never been my strong
Maybe I'm
point.
wrong.
It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries.
Oh, I
I'm
see, I
lucky
see, I see.
Alice always forgave me.
I see. You know, I'd be kind of forgetful too, actually. Okay. Should be 1570. Yes. Bang, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3. 15.
Gently does it with this old thing. Handle with kid gloves.
70. There we go.
I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out.
All right. We got that. See if our lights stay on this
The
time.
laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell!
Ha!
Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it.
break
I'll do it myself.
Store.
I swear there was a flashlight in here.
Was there? Flashlight in where? In the storeroom? I don't know. Oh god. I don't know. This is the last thing I want happening to me right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're right there.
First the right, and then the left.
Bang. Bang.
And voila.
Alright. Okay.
What?
Is that in there?
What the? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace?
Going in Jack's office. Oh, I'm Jack. Hey Jack, Kate here. Was wondering if we could talk about your wife. It's gonna be somebody asking
Jack
about my
Hanman
wife.
speaking.
Easy. Why so rude?
Oh, it's Steven.
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help.
Close the door before
you just
you
can't
talking
work
like
here.
that, bro.
Did the centrifuge strip the fuses again?
Yeah. Eventually, everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack.
Sorry,
Anyway, I'm
Jack.
calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there will be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew. How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck. Jack, turn on the radio.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers?
Red Pete.
He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. You want me on site?
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Who's Red
okay?
Pete?
Fuck. Calm down, Jack. Pills. I need my... You heard him, Jack. A serious accident. Lots of victims. He's definitely dead.
Is Red... I wonder if Red Pete had something to do with his wife, maybe? Potentially?
Yes. Nothing's going to happen.
You're good, Jack. Red Pete.
Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Oh, man, we are going through it, bro. All right, let's go get the samples. Everything's gonna be okay.
What?
The fuck? All right. Everything. Back to what I was saying. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I... My own but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Can we get the...
My own...
Fucking hell! Bro, turn it off. Damn. Click the samples.
Alright.
There we go.
Let's see if
Jeez.
we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap.
3 of them.
And miraculously, yes.
What do we got here?
The samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
All right. Put the samples into the rack. Did we do this last time? I don't remember doing this last time.
Alright. Let's load this up.
Is it this? Oh, is it? I think it is, right? No? Oh, this.
I placed the test tubes in the rack.
We didn't do this last time. Must have, I think it was maybe obvious or something. Take the pipette and set it to draw 5 milliliters of fluid of this.
Now, just take 5 milliliters from each.
Set up pipette. 1. How to do 5? Oh.
Precisely.
There we go. 5 milliliters. Go ahead and grab that. Oh.
And the next.
Wait, did we set it to draw 10? Oh, we're mixing these all together. I see. Okay. Let's grab 10 out of this one here. Big push down. 10 milliliters.
5 more.
15. All right. Just go ahead and spin that to 15. And we'll grab the final sample out of here. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We put the prepared sample into the machine.
All right. Chromatograph.
Let's see what we have here.
Okay.
The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death. Just slight inebriation. I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination.
All right. Back to the autopsy room we go. Forgetting about all the weird events that have been happening here.
The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death.
All right.
However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body. It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember that alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver, which I'll now look at in more detail. First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body.
This is a good never drink again ad. Tell you that for free.
That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I remove the liver.
Cool. I think. Wait. What's it won't let me go back or do anything here. Oh, here we go. What am I doing? Liver. What's going on here? Why is it not letting me do anything again? I think it wants me to do something on the clipboard, but I don't really know what. I don't know what's happening here. We just
No lesions.
Oh, I'm just looking at
However,
it. Okay.
it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ.
Right. Where do we do that at? We got a scale lying around here somewhere? We must. Weigh the liver at the scale, then transfer it to the cutting board. Oh.
The weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged.
Big liver. What
I'll
does
move
that
on
mean?
to a cross-sectional study.
Dissect
Perhaps the
liver.
enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure.
I love this part.
No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside.
Okay. But it's big. What does that mean?
The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substances? I move on to the heart.
Snag that bad boy.
Oh,
What do we see?
at a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack.
Oh.
The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates.
What does that mean? Mark the damage of the heart on the clipboard. Oh. Damaged heart muscle.
The last time I
scar.
saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. I better check the data in my notebook. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So, he took another pill. He forgot again and took another one. And another one. Until he took the last one. All right.
It is 1570. Just double checking. Where did my mouse go? Wait, did I already have it set right? No, I definitely didn't. 1570. That's right. Nah? 1570. That's correct, isn't it? 1570. Unless it's for... I don't know. 1570, right? It's kind of weird though. I get in here and my mouse disappears. Let me just crank it around a little bit, see if it... 1570. Is it going now?
We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again.
Ha! Bro, are we good here, man? What? It's like 10. That's not what it is supposed to be, but okay, okay. We're going. Perform a second toxicological test. The presence of barbiturates. Barbiturates.
It looks like our luck is in.
Nice. It just worked. Didn't trip the things this time. So we can go back.
We can take the samples to the lab now.
All right.
I wonder how she was able to get hold of these drugs.
What drugs? She's a pop star. That's how.
Okay, 2 samples this time.
Money connections.
6 milliliters each.
6 each. All right. Set that up. Spin this dial here to 6. All right. Push that down. Bang. Okay. And then set it to 12 here. That's 18. That's far too much. Okay. Go ahead and slam that in. Just put the sample into the chromatograph.
Well, let's see how much of it we find.
What do we got?
Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin.
What does that mean?
Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach.
I was really hoping we wouldn't have to do that.
The tests showed that the collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out.
You what?
Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection.
Okay. There it is.
Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises.
Alright. See what she's got lying in her stomach here.
But not this time. We see remnants of undigested food and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident.
Alright.
Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach of the deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs, and then the nervous system. We'll see how significant the marks on the neck are for the whole case. Lungs are normal, no lesions. The deceased's trachea is normal, complete patency. The deceased's intestine is normal, no clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
Ah, good. Ha! Iffy. Skull saw.
I make a cut to open the lid of the victim's skull.
Oh no!
Remove the brain.
Oh, sorry. Getting a little excited. I don't know. I don't love that. Gonna thorough brain exam.
Brain is normal. No obvious lesions. Alright. I need to dissect it on a board.
Alright. Time to cut the brain open. There we go. Loving that. Oh my god. Okay.
Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. I peek inside a bit, and... I don't think there's anything worth noting. As expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows?
What's wrong?
Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer. Oh,
What's up?
they're out there.
Okay.
Alice.
Wait, what's wrong? Picture?
Saw. I need saw. Fuck. I don't see it here. Oh. I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning.
Go talk to Ridley. He seems pleasant.
Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
It's in the social room.
Why is the key lying at the... If only he could put that much enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses.
Where in the social room? This place is a disaster. Do we know where in the social room? He could have been saying what it was, but I walked away pretty quickly. It's gotta be... Oh, there it is.
Please, may this be the last trip.
Head to the basement and grab the spine saw. I don't even know where the basement is. Is it...
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident?
It's okay.
Jack, take a deep
It's all
breath.
good. We're gonna
Pleasantly cool breath.
We're gonna figure this shit out.
You're nearly finished with the autopsy. Then you can go home and rest.
Yeah. I have no idea where the basement is. We're almost done, then we can go home and rest. We just gotta get to the basement and find the spine saw. However, I don't know where the basement is. I must have been going the right way because it triggered some voice lines. It's not through the bathroom, right? That would be kind of weird. The basement. It's not through here either. It's gotta be... Oh, I wonder if it's like through the office, maybe. Security room, no. It's not there. And it's... This isn't open. Exit? Do I have to go out? Okay. It's gotta be around here somewhere. This is the garage. It's probably one of those scary ass... It's not that. Oh yeah, that. What is this shed? What is it? What's going on?
I'll take the saw.
Yeah. Why would we store anything that we could ever need in here? Oh god. Loud!
Fuck! It's jammed!
That's okay.
Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here?
Doesn't-
Damn Hatch.
doesn't
Damn
seem-
Red Pete. Like never again. If only.
Saw. We got it, Jack. Jesus. We did it, Joe.
It would be easier if I put things away properly.
I just wanted to see what's going on down here. I just wanted to check it out.
Damn student lectures and their fucking
I'm
props.
saying, bro. That is what I am saying, bro. All right. Well, let's go do the spine examination here. Super excited for this one. At least we made it out of the basement without getting rocked. I thought that was
And like
gonna happen.
clockwork, he's already sleeping.
Ridley. They're gonna get you for that one day. Piss me off and I'll report the shit out of you.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord.
Right, is that his face right there? What is that? What is this shot we're getting? Is that like... What is this? It's like... it's like his lips and nose or something right there. What is that? Why is his face all like... What's going on there? What the hell? Uh-oh. Ooh. He's like see-through right now. None of my business, I guess.
The spine is removed. I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased.
She's just
Ladies
hollow.
and gentlemen, almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates.
Overdose.
Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded. Autograph, and we can start sewing.
Hayden. Thank you. All right.
In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I think it was most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe.
Cool. I guess. Now she's so hollow. There's nothing inside of her.
At home, it was a help and comfort. On death row, a farewell to the convicts.
Needle. Today I'll be using the baseball stitching technique. You notice that the skin here kind of looks similar to a
We're
baseball.
done for today. Thank you for your attention.
All right, let's put the body in the fridge and close it. See you later. What was her name?
Day. I can feel those hunger pains coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way. Gloves in the trash. Leave the apron for cleaning. Now I can go.
We'll head to our car in the parking lot.
A nightcap will do me good.
Yeah. A nightcap. What's a nightcap?
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Sure.
I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude.
True. Ridley is not a pleasant man by any
All right,
means.
maybe three things.
I didn't-
My whiskey
I
on the
still-
rocks when I get home.
I still got my gloves on.
So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to work.
It is kind of cold, isn't it? I can feel it from here.
This block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet. Almost there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well,
Oh, it's his
Ridley will have a nice treat for the
birthday.
night. I'm sure he'll be his happy, thankful self tomorrow.
Do you think so? Do you reckon my apartment was it on this floor? Did I go up too high?
What?
Oh,
What?
No, I didn't.
What the fuck? But I locked it.
Oh,
I'm sure of it.
shit. What's all this about? What happened? Chapter 2. Damn. Well, I guess that
Who the fuck did this? I don't have anything valuable.
that's gonna be the end of
Money.
episode
They must have stolen the money.
1. Stop talking, Jack. I'm trying to do the outro here. Is he done talking? Yeah. That's gonna be the end of episode 1 of Autopsy Simulator. If you do want to see part 2, which will probably be the ending, I'm not entirely sure how long this game is. Obviously pretty long. Please make sure to like the video if you do want to see part 2, part 3. And subscribe. Thank you. Means a lot. Appreciate it. I like this a lot. This game's cool. Not what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were just going to be doing autopsies in a simulator form of way. It's got a story, which is even better in my opinion. So, thanks for watching. Love and appreciate you. See you tomorrow with another one. Goodbye.